لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Did they come to the land of Palestine?
I mean, my heritage started in Ukraine, in Odessa.
Okay, sure. So they came from Ukraine. Yes.
Yes.
What time did they come from Ukraine?
A long time ago, before I was born, like 27, 28 years ago.
So that's not a long time.
My parents immigrated here.
Sure. So your parents are Ukrainian Jewish immigrants into the land of Palestine.
Okay. Yes.
No, I'm just clarifying. This is the case. So the Ukrainian Jewish, do you know the land that you're living on? Was there someone else living in that land before you stayed in it? Before they were evicted or kicked out?
I don't know. I guess not, because Ashkelon was it was a city occupied by the Jewish people.
No, the land you were in was free. So who was there? There had to have been someone living in that place now, or owning that place, having that property, living in that place. Now, you do not know who is what you're saying to me. Now, what if there was a person? Now, let's say hypothetically, what if there was a person who was a Palestinian living in that land, in that you're staying in right now, and then a group of people came. That the Palestinian country opened the doors and allowed these people to come in on the ships of Herzl, including from Ukraine, from Sweden, from all over, who were running away from Hitler, of course. So the Muslims opened their doors and these people came in. And then that person that opened his door, one of the people that lived in the house that you were in, the British government ended up, after the Arabs became weak and all of that, taking control over that land. And then doing something called the Bill for Declaration. And then gradually, it became a Jewish government. And then they kicked that man who opened his doors of his house. And then the house became vacated and empty. Or they forced him to sell it, or whatever they did. They took it forcibly from him. Like that fat person that there's a meme of him. If I don't take it, someone else will take it. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
You are stealing my house.
And if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
And then your ancestors or whoever it is came and took that land. Then how would that make you feel? How does that, if this was the case, let's say this was the history actually of what happened, how does that make you feel as a person living in that land?
I mean, I would like to think that he was paid to vacate the premises.
No, he didn't want to sell it. He didn't want to sell it. And whatever he was paid was nothing, literally, just crumbs of bread. And he was forced. So the government said, you don't even have a choice whether you sell it or not. I don't know if you're familiar with these things happening in the land you live in or not. Are you familiar with that or not?
I have heard, yes.
Okay. And how does that make you feel?
To be honest,
yes.
It was made for the name of advancement. His land was used to nurture new people that could bring value.
People that are superior, right? The chosen people of God.
I didn't say that.
I'm clarifying because it seems like ends justify the means. So if it nurtures, there's no problem. You can take the land.
I said that the land that was used for this family can now be used for multiple families, which will be able to... It was
used for families, his families. Do you know Palestinians have way more children?
But now the same...
Do you know that Palestinians have way more children than your people ever do? Talking about the Israelis that live. Because when you have Tel Aviv being the capital of gayism, gay state in the world, the capital of being gay or LGBTQ, for example, or the fact that a lot of you right now are like yourself, agnostic or atheist, you don't believe in having children anyways much. So the people who actually have families and do have families, multiple families, are likely to be the Palestinians. Likely. We're talking about statistics here. Of course, there are exceptions who are Jewish people who are very happy making families, very good people. They exist. Now, I'm talking about the overwhelming majority are not really multiplying. You can look at the stats in your own country. I'm not sure if you've done that or not. The amount of children that the Israelis are having versus the Palestinians. That there is a reason they're killing them. Have you heard of mowing the lawn? The policy of mowing the lawn?
No.
The Israeli policy, army policy of mowing the lawn is to kill Palestinians every couple of years, so you ensure that they don't multiply. That's why you have 70. Why do you have 70% in women and children in Gaza, in the open air prison? And this is a question I have. Do you condemn the fact that there are now millions of people living in this very small area called Gaza, being bombed continuously, being told to evacuate from a place and then bombing it, and being derived access to food, water, internet, or communication with the people outside, and being treated like lesser, not actually human beings? Do you condemn that?
Oh, it's really hard to answer without sounding like not a nice person. But I don't really care.
Exactly. And I love you answer this way. You answer two things, which here shows the people the reality of people who occupy the land of Palestine today. Number one, they think just ends justifies the means. If I have the land, if I take it, if I do whatever I want, who cares if we took it from someone else forced? Our families are going to live there. Number one. Number two, who cares if people are killed or being bombed or whatever it is? As long as we are happy, we're doing whatever we want, the chosen people of God, allegedly, then everything is all good. It's all fine. Who cares, man? Like, human beings are killed, man. Who cares? Babies are being burned alive. So what? Who cares? So this is, I do appreciate you showing that reality to the world. I'll say that.